All right. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Giant Sports Talk Live morning edition. We're here Thursday morning. Had a long night yesterday. I went 3 hours on a live. It was a lot of fun, though. Appreciate everyone who was there supporting. You guys are awesome. Like I said, I enjoy having that conversation with you guys. And Glenn had fun last night. Went to a concert in Oracle Park. Must have been a great time. Much better than watching the Giants lose in Milwaukee.
Yeah, it was date night, but you know what happened? Now that we're on the Twitter, the X, I was doing this at the concert and nobody was looking. I was watching your show. I couldn't hear you, but I was watching you. And all I saw was your mouth going for 3 hours. I went, oh my God, I leave for one night and all hell breaks loose. Now, I got to ask you off the top of the show. I've made an analysis of you. Okay, I've analyzed your performance, Eric. You're doing a pretty good job. I'll give you that. Do you just randomly say, good morning, it's a good morning? Or is like, do you honestly feel every day is a good morning?
No.
I don't feel like it's a good morning. I told you, I've waved the white flag. Looks like Farhan maybe saying, it's all over, baby.
One can hope.
A couple of roster moves yesterday, 3 roster moves that may affect the lineup in days to come. But another loss, Eric. One bad inning, and it ruined the whole day.
Yep, that's all it took. That one bad inning from Harrison. His first 4 innings, he was looking great. Then the 5th inning came around, and everything just fell apart. And Giants, they kind of made a little bit of an effort there in the 7th and 8th inning, able to score 3 runs, but just wasn't enough. And, they dropped it that second game against the Brewers today. Here, in matter of fact, in a couple of hours or so, you're going to have Hayden Burksong go up against and see if they could salvage the series. But to be honest with you, even if they do win, it's done. It's done.
It matters.
No.
One of the bright spots, though, it's becoming routine for us, Eric, is 300 hitter, batting .296, Tyler Fitzgerald. Pound for pound, he's one of our best hitters and our most consistent players on the diamond. The other guy, I may have to admit defeat. I was looking at his stats, and that's Matt Chapman. Other than hitting in the clutch situation, the guy's producing, Eric. He's getting some stolen bases. He's getting hits. He's getting some doubles. Yesterday, 1 for 4, scored a run. And this is baseball for you. They tell Estrada, basically, pack your bag. We really don't want you. And then he had 2 hits. So
yeah.
I can't figure it out. It's an early morning game.
Yes.
And it's going to be a travel day for a lot of teams. So we better jump right into today's action, Eric.
Let's do that. Let's bring up the schedule for today. There we go. The first one right out the rip there at 10 a.m. Pacific got the Los Angeles Angels going up against the Detroit Tigers.
That's early.
Woo,
that's early, man.
Kochanowicz. Jack Kochanowicz going up against Tyler Montero. How about that? Not too bad, huh?
Thank you.
Not too bad. But yeah, that's a nothing game.
I'll never get used to the West Coast. Like, Eric, I might as well stay up and catch a little bit. That one doesn't say TV, but I'm sure I can find it on the big satellite.
I'm sure you could. Yep.
Off the back end, we'll talk about San Francisco, Milwaukee. It will be an early morning game as well. Another early morning start. It is Texas at Chicago, Evaldi and Nestrini. Nestrini sounds like he should be the great Nestrini. He sounds like a magician, doesn't he? He'll have to pull a magic trick to beat Texas today. That's for sure. He pitches for the Sox, Eric.
Yeah, I know. Gambini the Great. How about that one? You know what I'm talking about with Gambini.
And you know what? San Diego at St. Louis. You're going to take a look at that one next. But you think King and Gray would be a great pitching matchup? How come you can get tickets to that one for $2?
Yeah, I don't know. I think that is. Hold on. Let me minimize that. Make sure. Yeah, it's $2, man.
Yeah.
It's $2. Yeah, that should be a good one. As a matter of fact, St. Louis took the victory yesterday, so they were actually able to beat the Padres. Actually lost yesterday. Glenn, it's a miracle. Miami at Colorado. That is Valente Belozo versus Bradley Blaylock.
And that's another $2 game. See, I had my carrots for supper yesterday, Eric. So the eyes are working good today. Let's see. Here's a game. New York. You know what? Sooner or later, you're going to hear me say, that's a nothing game. That's a nothing game.
It's getting there.
New York at Arizona as we wind down the season. It's Peterson and Nelson. That one at 12:40 this afternoon. Those teams are at least in the thick of things, in the hunt. And before we wrap up the morning edition of Giant Sports Talk Live with the Giants playing a morning game, we'll take a look at the standings. What else we got, Eric?
Real quick, just so you know, I had the game up on game day during.
I know. I was sneaking a peek during the Def Leppard concert last night.
Bases were loaded. Corbin Carroll come up to bat, and you know what he did in the 8th inning? He hit a grand slam. It was amazing. The Mets were up 5-4, and then with his grand slam, the Arizona Diamondbacks were able to hold on and beat the Mets 8-5. He hit it off of Diaz.
Eric, I'm telling you, I step away for one night and all the shenanigans.
Yes. Shenanigans, absolutely. The Oakland A's at Cincinnati. You got JT Ginn going against Julian Aguilar. Okay. So it's the A's.
That's it. I got to do some homework. Who the hell is JT Ginn?
I have no idea.
And it's not even September yet, Eric.
Nope.
This is what's scaring me. I thought I knew a little baseball, but I don't know half these guys pitching. Today in Philadelphia, Phillies send Christopher Sanchez to the hill up against Atlanta's Charlie Morton. We'll have to wait and see what's going on with Atlanta. Maybe I know there's structural problems with making a deal now. You can still trade for players, Eric. There's trades, waivers, all kinds of moves, but there are certain situations where a guy can be picked up now, but he can't appear in a postseason game. So if you need help getting there, and there are players available, say guys like Estrada.
Yep.
You could see a move. Atlanta's a team, I think they're just on the cusp of picking somebody else up.
Maybe. Possibly.
They're in Philadelphia, 3:40 game this afternoon.
Yeah, and Toronto at Boston. Got the Blue Jays facing off against the Red Sox. You'll be able to catch that one on ESPN Plus this afternoon. You got Bowden Francis going against, here's that great baseball name, Cutter Crawford. That's a heck of a name for a pitcher, ain't it?
Does he throw a cutter?
You know what? I'm not sure. I don't think he does, to be honest with you. I don't think he does.
I'm going to check that out for tonight.
But that should be a good game. You got the Blue Jays in Boston. Boston's trying to stay in the hunt, but we'll see what happens.
What are they playing? A 10-game series? Seems like, they had the doubleheader the other day. It seems like they've been playing for a week already.
Seems like that. Kansas
City's in Houston. You know how much I love the Astros. They're 71-62. Kansas City 75-59. They actually, if you'd asked me in the preseason, Kansas City, Houston, today's date, August 30th. Is today the 30th, 29th? 29th. Which team would have a better record, Kansas City or Houston? I probably would have said the Astros, Eric.
Yeah, right.
And here we are, Kansas City at 75-59 with Brady Singer, Hunter Brown. They hook up. Minute Maid Park, that game gets underway at 5:10 in the Bay Area, so that will be an evening game. By the time we do our show tonight, that'll be wrapping up. Giant Sports Talk Live tonight at 8. And closing out, here's one that'll be on live when we're on live.
Yeah, I got the Orioles facing off against the Dodgers in L.A. Yesterday, Dodgers were able to hang on and win. They actually beat Corbin Burns, as a matter of fact.
Cade Povich.
Yeah, exactly. Maybe he's related to Maury. I don't know. You got Cade Povich facing off against Bobby Miller, and you are the father. Anyways,
you're killing me.
Anyways.
Yeah, Cade Povich and Bobby Miller today. Bobby Miller has been unpredictable, to say the least, Derek.
Yeah.
You don't know what you're getting from him one game to the next. He's 1-3, but what do you think his ERA is?
I couldn't guess.
Well, 1-3 is not great when you're an LA Dodger pitcher to begin with. His ERA comes in at 7.49.
Ooh, that's it.
Wow. Dodger Stadium, that one in Chavez Ravine tonight. Dodgers favorite to win that game. That one, to me, is kind of a toss-up. Baltimore, LA, two good teams. Yeah. And I'm surprised, actually, be honest. Well, I was going to say with Miller pitching in a 7.49 ERA, but Povich ain't much better. 1-6, 6.10 ERA. So
Hey, all right,
the
there we go.
Dodgers. Wild card. I mean, you can take a look at it, Eric. If you did I see hockey standings? What are you teasing
look
me?
at that. Yeah, look at that.
Coming up real
We got
soon.
everything over here.
Oh boy, what do we got?
Close. Here we go. Arizona Diamondbacks still on top. Number one wild card. San Diego Padres still holding on number 2. Atlanta Braves still in the 3 spot. Got the New York Mets 4 games behind the Braves. Chicago Cubs are 5.5, and the Giants have fallen 6.5 games behind the 3rd wild card. It's over, folks.
We signed in early this morning to do this, tape this little show, and put it up on the air this morning.
It's over.
And
Glenn,
I want
the Giants are supposed to go past the Mets, not the Cubs going past.
I know. So Eric did a 3-hour show because I was out late last night. I didn't get to appear on the show. So we had to get up early to actually do this morning's taped edition of Giant Sports Talk Live. Eric, before we went to air, you were telling me about some of the action that I missed last night, but you talked about Arizona. They're 76-57. You said they had a big win last night. Recap it again. What happened last night in that game?
In the bottom of the 8th, bases were loaded. Diaz was in pitching for the Mets.
You say Corbin Carroll come up?
Corbin Carroll was up with the bases loaded. Diaz was pitching. Bases were loaded, like I said. Mets were up 5-4. First pitch was high and away, but was called a strike. Second pitch, it was down the middle, a little bit low, and Corbin Carroll sent it over the fence.
You breaking it down? What do you think you are, Matt Stairs or something? You breaking down every pitch?
He hit a grand slam, scored the 4 runs.
Right on.
Arizona goes up 8-5, and that was the final score for the game.
So Atlanta also won 5-1. So here you're seeing teams, Eric, that are, you know what? It's that time of the year. The good teams find a way to win.
They do. And if you look at those run differentials, they're coming into play.
Yeah.
Again, when you got negative run differential, it's hard to be anywhere in the top. And it's almost look at that. You got Diamondbacks at +90, the Padres +68, Braves +61. Now New York Mets, they're pretty close. But if you notice, it's almost in descending order. It's pretty amazing how that works out. But
actually, from first to worst, the only anomaly in there is the Reds at +25.
That's the only anomaly.
Maybe that's because L.A. De La Cruz is just putting himself in position to score every time he gets on base.
He either strikes out or steals a base.
Maybe L.A. Maybe that 25. Maybe that's the L.A. De La Cruz effect.
Yeah, maybe. You never know.
All right, coming up, it's a morning game. You and I got to shuffle out of here pretty soon because we got to make way. They'll be doing the pregame over on the radio soon. The game on television this morning, if you want to catch it there. Coming up today, it's morning baseball. Baseball for breakfast, I used to call it. And we have got the wrap-up of the series. San Francisco now with Birdsong, Eric, on the hill. I had actually hoped we'd have won the first 2 and we could have a little wiggle room here, but all of a sudden now they got to win this one. Birdsong's 3-3 up against Aaron Sabelli. He's 4-8. American Family Field. What do you predict today, Eric?
I don't know, man, because both
or a 500 baseball team. By the way,
we are, but we'll see. I mean, Savali only has almost a 5 ERA.
4.84.
But Birdsong, where is he sitting? Like around 4?
4.57.
See, they're pretty equal. So now, who hits better right now? The Brewers are hitting better. So I'm gonna say I think the Brewers pull it out. We'll see. That's what I'm guessing.
Well, if nobody's picked up Estrada, maybe he goes 3 for 4 or 4 for 4. Maybe he's getting another little. He was 2 for 4 last night. Maybe he's got a chip on his shoulder now. He says, "Screw you, Farhan." Well, that would be all 9 guys in the lineup, probably.
Yeah.
7 of them. Anyway, you and I'll be on the air tonight. We go at 8 o'clock. I'm actually thinking about showing up tonight, Eric.
Hey, all right. There you go.
Thinking about it. I don't want to lose my job to Carter. Carter, the kid.
He did good. Carter did good last night.
Yeah?
He did good. He done good.
Yeah, well, during Hysteria at the Def Leppard concert, I go, geez, Carter's still on the air with Eric. I better hurry back. So I'll see you tonight. We'll wrap up Thursday. It's going to be a travel day for a lot of teams. A lot of those games are going to be in the books long before we go to air. But we'll see how the Giants do wrapping it up the 6-game road trip comes to an end today. Looking forward to it, Eric.
Yep, absolutely. We'll see you tonight, Glenn. And we'll see you, chat, tonight as well. Woo!
See you, Mom.